I used to be a hunter. I'm not a hunter anymore. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to fuck with anything that can't defend itself. I know what it's like to be hunted. That's my position. But we don't want to look at hunting as an argument to be had, rather an equation to be solved. The areas that we go into are areas where hunting is failing. And if there is not an alternate model, then these wilderness areas will be lost. The animals will be poached, the trees will be cut down, the water will stop flowing. And so like you get frustrated with, there's such a strong anti-sentiment hunting like vibe around the world. Okay, it's great. From an ethical standpoint, you guys have got a point. Okay, we don't want to go out and shoot something just for the sake of fucking hanging it over the fireplace. But what's worse than that is not having an and what. Okay, you want to stop hunting, but and what? What's going to replace that? Because when you switch hunting off, okay, the funding there, you no longer have the vehicles, you no longer have the anti-poaching, you no longer have the community programs, the fees that go into the local communities. And I'm not sitting here as an advocate for hunting. I'm sitting here as okay, if the people out there want to stop hunting, want to make such a loud noise about it, then you got to back alternate plans, because when you switch that shit off, it causes more damage than you can imagine.
Well, you're talking about it. Yeah, it's the ecosystem that you were talking about before. You could have a paddock full of rhinos, but if you destroy the rest of the ecosystem, what have you actually accomplished? You have to look at it in its totality, not just one arrow in the quiver.
Exactly, and it's the same as the model we use now. It's a holistic model of conservation. It's conservation is not a conservation issue. It's a social issue. You need to find the best channels for social impact to achieve a conservation outcome, and that is gender equality, local employment, education, healthcare, clean water, infrastructure. Sports has been a recent one that we've got involved with. 33 soccer teams, 17 netball teams. We had a massive downturn in crime during in local crime and poaching during that time, because people were busy training and playing sport.
How sophisticated are the poaching operations that your rangers are coming across?
Look, it varies from area to area. The information networks are extremely good. The skills of the people that have been doing this for a long time and being able to evade, capture are exceptional. You're talking about people that, we've got rangers that are former poachers, but you're talking about people that can track on dusk at a running pace another human being.
I don't think people realize how hard that is.
No, you've got, and then they're out there like, on a expedition, these guys can walk 100 miles, and they're sleeping out there. The biggest threat is not the rangers trying to stop them. It's the animals they're trying to poach. It's the same for us. Our biggest threat is not the poachers we're trying to stop. It's the actual animals we're trying to protect. It's a remote, relentless, ruthless, rugged terrain. And when something goes wrong, there's no fucking ruby slippers to take you home. You are in the middle of nowhere. And like these poachers, I've got respect for them. There's a level of respect because of how hard they are and the job that they do. And, it's obviously something that we, is part of our mandate to try and stop. And a lot of that is through motivating communities to see the benefits of conservation, the social impact that comes from biodiversity conservation, and that they're linked